Hello there are some changes on the way for next week and I'll show you those a little later on. Saturday though was dry with some spells of sunshine for much of the country and warm as well. In Dorset temperatures reached 20 Celsius. Different story in the far north of Scotland where we've still got a lot of this cloudy weather. Temperatures were nearer 8 or 9 degrees in the afternoon. It was also cooler around those North Sea coasts. The wind continues to come in off the North Sea where sea surface temperatures are only around 9 degrees. We've still got those east to northeasterly winds on Sunday, not as strong as on Saturday. Many places will be dry with some warm sunshine coming through as well.
Morning to you.
Morning Nina, morning Ben, morning everyone at home. Another dry day to come for much of the UK. Today we saw a lot of fine weather yesterday, but it was quite windy. Today the wind's not quite as strong, but still fairly blustery. Beautiful looking start to the day though, courtesy of our weather watchers. We have this image here from East Yorkshire. What a glorious sunrise. There's going to be a lot of sunshine from the get-go. We do have this area of low pressure sitting to the south. That's going to bring some quite stormy weather across parts of France today for election day. And then looking further ahead into our week, nothing changes very dramatically. That area of high pressure is very, very settled. We're going to stay, I think, with northerly winds through the week ahead. There will be some spells of sunshine on and off, but I think in contrast to the weekend, generally more in the way of cloud. One thing to watch out for as well, obviously everyone's getting keen in the garden at the moment. As we taper off this week, we will see the winds falling light, perhaps the skies clearing. It is going to be a case of keeping a lookout for late season frosts as we go into the last few days of April. That's the way it's looking for now. Back to you guys, Nina, Ben.
Susan, you were right to warn us about the wind. I went out yesterday and could barely stand up. It was so windy in parts, wasn't it?
You're a tall man, Ben. You're
exactly.
A tall man.
I've got a lot of me to blow over, frankly. You were right to warn us, though. Thank you very much. Thanks, Susan.
Easier for those of us with a lower centre of gravity in that weather.
It wasn't pretty.
You meant to say, no, Nina, you're statuesque. It's 6:15.
What a glorious sunrise.
Good morning. This is Berwick upon Tweed. Who wouldn't want to be on this beach this morning? Isn't that absolutely beautiful? We've had clear skies for quite a large part of the UK overnight, and it is a little chilly out there at the moment, but I think by the time most park runs get going, probably quite perfect conditions today. A lot of fine weather to come. The wind not quite as strong as yesterday. It was particularly gusty yesterday. Good morning. It looks so terribly calm here in this picture, doesn't it? It is, of course, though, a beach scene, so we haven't got any trees or anything for context, but this is Beal in Northumberland, and actually right the way along the length of our North Sea coast today, we're still going to have some notable winds. Not as windy as yesterday, but a blustery day and particularly cool for these North Sea coastal spots. But I think we should get at least some sunshine through the day today. Through the week ahead, we start off with temperatures around average for the time of year, a little bit below along the North Sea coast, just 9 there in Aberdeen. But I think as the week goes on, they could taper off to slightly below average. Lots of fine weather, as I said, for gardeners and growers. Be prepared to be watering. And one more thing to bear in mind is with lighter winds towards the end of the week and sitting in that relatively chilly Arctic air, in a few spots there is going to be the possibility of a frost. So it's worth checking your local forecast day on day if you've got any concerns about putting out your bedding plants or anything like that. But a lot of fine weather to finish our weekend, Ben.
I'm sorry to interrupt, Susan.
That's all right.
It's a bit crazy that we're having to talk about a little bit of frost possibly, but at the same time needing to water because we've not had rain for the gardens for a long time.
There has not been. Earlier in the month, there was some quite significant rain. So things like the trees that have got that lower waterline aren't doing so badly. But certainly anything you're putting in the shallower layers of the garden at the moment. I was out there yesterday afternoon. It is really, really dry. And those easterly winds tend to be a particularly drying direction for us as well. So anything that's just shallowly planted just needs a little bit of a helping hand at the moment.
Good advice. Green-fingered advice. Thank you, Susan.
Great tips as ever. Thank you, Susan.